Pray to God that your return and my return will be equally as safe. Let me first say, I'll be mentioning God, but I'm not talking about them isms and osms y'all talking about. And one day you will find out what the real thing is about. It's not about the church. When the Catholic Church elevated the first Polish cardinal to Pope, 1.5 million white folks left the church. I don't know nobody ever left a whole house because somebody came in they didn't like. And you youngsters, if you just remember one thing, stop letting us old folks tell you about how nothing you are, because we the ones that left you this mess. We put a school together with a bunch of evil old men. When you stop and think about, a white woman didn't get the right to vote in America to 1921. And she came over on the boat with that boy. I said, boy, if you treat your mother like that, my mama better stay in the house. A white woman in America with a PhD make 87 cents on the dollar compared to a white man. And that don't bother y'all? We give more money to foreign countries that we don't like just because they got minerals in the ground than we give taking care of our own. And they can do that when they keep you messed up with hatred and meanness and racism and prejudice and all of that. And let me first say to you white folks, I will be saying some things today about white folk, but I can guarantee you, oh wait, will y'all listen to me? I'll guarantee you I will not be talking about you. See, I advocate it ain't about 800 white folks on the whole planet and the rest of y'all is imposters. See, white is not a color, it's an attitude. And if you don't have trillions of dollars in the bank, you can't have the attitude. Queen Elizabeth make $360 million every 24 hours just interest on her money. Now them bees white folks. And if ever I took over the country, the first thing I would do is make all you black folks apologize to white folks, because you mad at the wrong white folks. The white folks you mad at couldn't help you if they liked you. I had a white dude ask me, well, how do you know if you real white folks? I said, well, you get up and call the Wall Street, and while you talking, if you can't determine the stock gonna go up or come down, you're not white. Somewhere. And let me first say thank you for those of you all that worked to put this together. My job's easy. All I have to do is present a body. So for those of you all that put all the work together to make this happen, we say thank you. Secondly, let me say to those of you that do the physical part, who we never even see. The mic didn't just walk up here, and the chairs didn't just. Some human beings did this. And unbeknown to most of us, when we leave here today, someone will come here and straighten this place up. So for those of you that handles that, we say thank you, thank you, thank you. And somewhere, if we learn to say thanks to a whole lot of people that we don't see. You get 20 inches of snow tomorrow, and those folks you see clean it up, they invisible until tomorrow. Invisible. Like I say, my job's easier. Somebody pick me up at the airport, somebody showing up gonna take me back. somewhere it's about the humanity. The humanities. We locked up into athletes and entertainers when that universal God, not the church, picked you, it leaves no footprints. It don't give a damn about the New York Times or the Washington Post or Time Magazine or NBC or CBS. The real one. There's people in this room now that have done more for the humanities on this planet than 99% of all your athletes and entertainers put together. It wasn't entertainers and athletes or the church that made it possible for you women to sit here in this school next to men. In this America. And we're always arguing about something. And let me just stop and apologize to white folks. I was stupid enough to believe that all black folks looked alike to white folks. I ain't gonna lie, I believed it. Until Obama become president. And I haven't had one white person walk up to me and say, excuse me, Mr. President. So I know we don't all look alike. And secondly, let me say to black educators, I apologize because I've had 50 honorary doctorate degrees from black colleges. And in fact, I'm 80 years old, I still had that Negro stuff up here. So I said, it won't be right until I can just get me one honorary degree from a white college. I wrote white colleges where I could never heard from none. Until last month. Penn State called me. Okay, we'd like to give you an honorary doctor's degree. I said, no thanks. Somewhere. I have been married 55 years. Oh, wait, I didn't say I was happy. What the hell's wrong with y'all? Yes, we have left a mess because in this country, white folks and black folks lie to you because they don't want to lose a job, but they believe in God. We give you stuff that we know is corrupt. We create schools to teach you how to make a living, and the universal God said you better learn how to live. And if you didn't have a good example, you got one now. Steve Jobs died. He had $300 billion in his personal private checking account and couldn't make 58 years old. I got an old trifling thug cousin in St. Louis. Drank cheap wine, stayed drunk all the time. He can't read, he can't write. He never had a job, but he 101. Steve should have followed him. Steve dead. $300 billion in his personal. I called my cousin this morning just to make sure he was still kicking. So we left you young folks a big mess. That you either change it or have fun and have fun quick, because recess is just about over. And the lies go so deep. If my mother was alive today and walked into this room, you think God just spit her out. That's how precious and beautiful and spiritual she looks. But if you try to convince my mother that Jesus Christ wasn't a Christian, she'd stomp you to death. Because her ignorance didn't permit her to know that Christianity never started until 100 years after Jesus was dead. She didn't know that. She didn't know they killed his brother James the same way they killed him. Somewhere. King James, she didn't know King James was king of England. She didn't know King James was such a weird, strange homosexual. He hated women so bad he killed his mama. And his lover was Lord Buckingham, who Buckingham Palace is named after. But King James didn't lie. He didn't say this is God's version, Jesus' version, Christianity's version, Buddha's version. He said this is my version. And so if your brother wrote a book on his version on how to play basketball, I got a God intelligence to tell me, check him out first, then I'll understand his version. See, if your brother got no legs, his version gonna be different. Somewhere. Somewhere. And I don't know when you women gonna understand who you are. Understand the power you are. It wouldn't be none of us on this planet if it wasn't for women, and yet they got you believing you came second. Huh? That old filthy story of Adam and Eve, are y'all crazy? Adam was here by himself. Y'all know the story. Adam. And then he said one day to God, God, I am lonely. And when God didn't say, nigga, how can you be lonely when ain't nobody here but you? Said he was here, nobody else. How he know lonely? But if you follow the story, here come Eve. They had two sons. Y'all know the story? Cain and Abel. One son killed the other one. So let's do this right. There's Adam and Eve. Put two fingers up. Then Cain and Abel. That's 4. Then one boy killed the other one. Take one down. That's 3. Then he went out and begot him a wife. Now you see where the word MF come from, huh? Well, don't look so strange. You count it. It's 3 people. Him, Dad, and Mom. Somewhere. You Christians, y'all trip. I know because I'm one. You Christians are a trip. Thou shalt not kill, except war. Now, it didn't say that. But somebody told you. You go kill people you don't know, never met. But it's okay because some rich, powerful human being said, here's what you, and you don't question nothing? Somewhere. Somewhere. I can go all over the world, been all over the world many times, and I can recognize the prostitute. She look like a hoe, she act like a hoe, she behave like a hoe. No, the question is, if I can recognize a whore without her telling me, how come if you don't tell me you're a Christian, I don't know you one? I go to jails and speak all over the world. Strange thing. How come there are no atheists on death row? What is it about people that don't believe in God don't kill folks? Huh? But you go to war, saying prayers, you can come back. Let me kill them and get it over with. Somewhere. You don't care nothing about poor folks. Even poor folks don't care nothing about poor folks. Oh, it always want something free. I have a business, I have a company. I can take 5 hoes today all over the world, and as long as I call them hoes my secretary, it's a tax write-off. Huh? All these big restaurants you go to and you can't afford to go. Manhattan, all over the world. Those are tax write-offs. Huh? First class, you get on a damn plane. I came back from London, it was France the other day. My first class ticket cost $10,000 more than economy, and most of us wouldn't be up there if we couldn't write that off on our income tax. You love to pick on poor folk, but you're not going to mess with people with power because they'll hurt you. Huh? Huh? Fear. Scared of everything. Sitting here in this college going to take a damn test, and you scared. Do you know fear and God don't occupy the same space? A damn book that's dead. Huh? You can create another human being. That's the power you have. That book can't produce one page, and you scared and nervous? I know you. I went to college. I was there. People were scared. They said, you're so cool. Cool. Well, I mean, what you can do? You can't do nothing but flunk me. And you smart people, I don't understand you. I walked into class my first day in college, took the test, read it. I didn't know anything, so I signed it and left. You know those dumb folk when they take a test, they put the pencil in their mouth like they thinking. Hold their head. You dumb. Just sign the paper and leave. And you smart people, you really a trip. Helene Tucker, she was the smartest person I ever met in school. I sat there 2 minutes and left, waiting on her just to wave at her. She come out 2.5 hours later. I said, she must really be dumb. I said, how you do? She nervous. I don't know. I got to wait till the grade. They posted grades 3 days later. She made straight A's. You know how dumb you got to be to make straight A's and don't know it? Somewhere, fear and God do not occupy the same space. When I first met my wife and met, well, they don't need me lying, I got her pregnant. And my mother had taught us, if you get a girl pregnant, no son of mine get a girl pregnant and won't marry her. So when she told me she was pregnant, I heard my mother saying, no son of mine get a girl pregnant and won't marry her. That didn't sound bad to me. She didn't say you had to stay with her. But Leo, oh God, fear. She couldn't handle debt. When we gonna pay Sears and Roebuck? Baby, we ain't got no money. And when I get some money, Sears and Roebuck not my first priority. Yeah, Sears and Roebuck knew I wasn't gonna pay for that stuff when I got it. Huh? She said, how'd they know? I said, on the back of the application, they said, who gonna pay for this? I wrote in, your mama. 2 weeks later, I come home, she had the letter. Here's a letter, Sears and Roebuck. It says Roebuck. I read it. Sears and Roebuck. What you scared of, baby? Well, they say final notice. I said, let me see it. Oh, thank God we won't be hearing from them no more. Y'all get all these calls now about these bills. You ever had a collector and they call you? No? Did you get upset? You shouldn't be. You got the stuff. They calling from India. That stuff been outsourced. They couldn't get the money if you said, come on by the house and get it. Huh? But see, that's good, because a lot of people, parents, tell the children, tell them I'm not here. You know, anytime you have a child lie for you, they'll lie to you. I go right to the phone. Yeah, Dick, yeah, this is Dick. What? What bill? How old are you? 22 years old. I've been owing this company this money for 38 years. Before you was born. So what makes you think you won't collect it in your lifetime? All you have to do is play your cards right. You can retire on this account. They so busy, they've been trained, you're going to say you're not there. When you say you're there, they got to run back to the manual. What do you say when they say they're home? My old stupid brother, 2 PhDs, company went out of business. He's scared. He called me the other day. They're about to repossess my car. What must I do? Don't park in front of the house. See how simple it is? And when they know you're smart, they make like you're just special. I've never seen a woman as smart as you. I've never seen a black as smart as you. And y'all just love that. Y'all be smiling. Anytime somebody got to validate you, it's not real. I was in Budapest at a big conference. They pulled me over to the side like I'm a special Negro. Before the conference call, can you tell us what you have on your mind? And a lot of you black folks perk up, want to impress them. I get into my ghetto bag. I say, well, I be wondering what happened to albinos after high school. I don't know where they go. Every high school got an albino. I've been to thousands of jails. I ain't never seen an albino in jail. I'm on planes every day, never seen an albino on a plane or flying a plane. I go to the grocery store, hell, I ain't never seen an albino. Where do they go? You ain't never heard a woman say that albino raped me. They'd be easy to catch. And then after they realize you're not going to tell them, then they say, well, what's the second thing on your mind? I said, well, I'm 80 years old. I've never seen a baby pigeon. Every pigeon I see, they full grown. Sitting on a damn electric wire. Where did they sit before there was electric? And now they convince y'all that black folks and white folks, they all alike. You know that's a lie. You ever seen that Cialis commercial? That alone let you know me and you ain't the same. And if you have a 4-hour erection, go to the emergency room. They talking to you. Where I come from, a 4-hour erection is a treat. And they advertise it. Comes in your house, they advertise it. My 4-year-old grandson walked to me 3 weeks ago and said, Granddad, what's an erection? I said, go ask your grandmother. He came back with that smile on. I said, what did she tell you? She told me she'll tell me later, but for me to tell you, she hadn't seen one of them things around the house in years. What was it? It's 2 years ago this year, that earthquake hit. Did y'all get it through this area? Huh? Earthquake. Did you go to special school like that? I mean, did a bus come by your house and pick you up before there was busing? Yeah, earthquake, well, I guess it started in 40 miles outside of Richmond, Virginia. It came all the way up Washington, D.C. And that's when white folks found out that why black folks don't do no horror movies. That thing hit, white folks was calling, trying to get a grant to find out why these lights are shaking. Black folks felt it, and 20 minutes later, they're halfway to Philadelphia. That's when we knew how dumb white folks was, especially white women. Frankenstein. You seen Frankenstein? Frankenstein moved a foot a month. And he catch white ladies. You know how dumb you got to be to let somebody foot a month catch? You stand there high. Ah! I say, run! We did a horror movie, it wouldn't last but about 2 minutes. Because we out of there. White dude called me from London. Called my wife. She said, you know, I was in Washington, D.C. He called me. We'd like to interview you. How much damage did it do? I said, well, you know, I was talking to my billionaire white friend a few minutes ago. He told me it was so bad over there. When it was over, his area code had changed. So I was talking to my trifling cousin in Richmond, 40 miles where it happened, and I said, what did it look like? He said it did $3 million worth of improvements. And like I said, I went to grade school, high school, and college. The problem that I had, they knew damn good and well, if I'm born 80 years ago, the problem I was going to have when I got out of school, and they never taught me that. But they supposed to be preparing me for life, huh? Huh? And y'all accept it, huh? Somewhere. And somewhere you're going to have to change this, huh? Thank you, Dr. King. What a blessing. You white folk gonna find out what that movement did for you, because before that civil rights movement, the greatest movement in the history of this planet, a white woman couldn't fly a plane at the airport. A white woman couldn't be a mechanic at the airport. A white woman couldn't handle bags at the airport. The only thing that let you do as a white woman at the airport was be a stewardess, and you had to look like something off the center page of Playboy magazine. And then this movement came through and changed all of that. And anytime you get on an airplane today and see an old, short, fat, ugly white steward, we got her that job. Huh? Not your daddy, not the Marines. We got it. Nobody said thanks, but, you know. Somewhere. A woman couldn't be a cop. Huh? And because of our movement, you not only have women cops, you got women that's police, run police departments, homicide department, everything. Woman couldn't be a college president. And now you college president, some of the major colleges in America. That came from that movement. That movement. And I don't worry about nobody saying thanks. My mama told me one thing that was true. Don't expect thanks from people who don't have good manners. It's a game. And somewhere, the mess we've left you young folks to clean up. History book. Huh? All the people supposed to be a specialist on Abraham Lincoln, but none of them tell you he was gay. And lived in the White House with his black lover. That's why his old lady went crazy, huh? Well, where'd you get that from? I was your maid, remember? I was your butler, huh? I knew every dirty thing you was doing. When you went to the Cotton Festival, huh? My cousin met you in Memphis and drove you around. He knew what you was doing. I stayed back home. I knew what your wife was doing. We know everything you're doing because we have the dirty jobs. And we are invisible. One day you want real history, come see us. Come see us. Just a game. Somewhere, fear, strongest two forces in the history of America, has always been the black woman in the black church. And when you black men understand that, your power will come back. You understand. And most of you black women don't even know it. That's why you tolerate the stuff you tolerate. Got a white, insane, racist system that tell you the problem at the black community ain't no black man at home. That's an awful thing for us black men to say. We ain't home when we're home. Hitler had a mother and father at home. Jack the Ripper had a mother and father at home. You can't get no more family values than that damn mafia. They killed 49 people and run the mass on Monday. Father, you got to forgive me. I just killed 40 people. But you got to do it quick. I got 12 more I got to kill by noon. And then when you look at that pedophilia, you're surprised. Oh, I didn't know. You didn't know? You ever been in a big cathedral? You ever been in a cathedral? See them men with them wings on? And them little 2-year-old white boys with no pants on? With angel wing, not no girls, just them. They tell you in the damn pictures what it's about. Somewhere. Oh, football. Y'all watch football. Oh, we watch football. Football. Y'all got budget problems in these colleges. University of Texas. Annual football budget is $100 million a year, and you better not cut it. You better not cut it. You can cut classes, you can overload the class. Don't mess with the football, because we where the Romans was right before they fell. Built one big arena after another. You can't get them to build a school. Somewhere. And then the lights went out. Everybody was upset. I got a cousin run a whole house in Cleveland. I called him. I said, have your lights ever went out in the middle of a big game? Never. You ever seen a prostitute walking down the street? You know, you can recognize them. You know anything about prostitutes, ain't none of them fat. I ain't never seen a fat prostitute. You want to see some big, fat black women, go to the Baptist church and sit next to the choir. And maybe if they follow some hoes around, they'd know how to get thin. Yeah, I'm getting ready to go to New Orleans. They're getting ready to have Mardi Gras. You ever been there? You ever been? Oh, the biggest Christian festivity on the planet. Christians go there, hoes come in from all over the world to help them celebrate. Then on Fat Tuesday, you eat anything moving. Then on Ash Wednesday, you hit your head with ash and go fake a prayer for 40 days. That's why I do not go back to the Baptist church. I'm tired of hearing y'all say, were you there when you crucified the Lord? That's such a cheap song to sing 2,000 years later. You wasn't there then, and most of you wouldn't be there now. And ain't nothing changed. You gonna talk about crucifying the Lord? If Jesus came back to America today and bugged the wrong rich white folk, they'd give him the electric chair. Then all us Christians be walking around big chairs around our neck. Were you there when you? I mean, how do you make the sign of the chair? Somewhere. I had a dream about 6 weeks ago that they found me guilty of something and gave me the electric chair. And right before they do that, the priests come in. What do you want for your last supper? I don't have no appetite, man. No, when I found out y'all gonna kill me, I ain't been hungry since. Well, we cannot kill you. We got to do something for you. Well, give me a bottle of wine. Said, I don't know. Yeah, I think we can get you a bottle of wine. What year? 2099, and I'll wait for it. Fear, shame. And you black folks, if you white folks lived around us, you'd really be in for some, I mean, we do some things that's so strange. You hear black folks talking about good hair. There's a universal God that put this whole universe together, including your hair. So are you stupid enough to say to that God, you gave me bad hair? And in the black community, white folks have created a $3 trillion industry a year selling us stuff to change our hair that God gave us. You know what kind of fool you are and how you violating? Huh? Chase Manhattan Bank didn't give you that. The Ku Klux Klan didn't give you your hair, your big nose, your wide lips, your black face. That came from the God you claim you in tune to. What kind of fool is you? Huh? I go to China. Every time I go there, I go to the Christian community, and Jesus Christ look Chinese. Go to Japan, Jesus Christ look Japanese. Go to Brazil, Jesus Christ look Brazilian. Come home, go in my black neighborhood, Jesus Christ, white boy. And y'all buy that and want to know what's wrong with the children. You. When I was a little boy, January, second week, my mother was putting stuff on the layaway for our Christmas. They charged her to put it on the layaway. They charged her interest. Then she got a little job where she put some stuff in Christmas savings. You can't take it out. Your daddy can die. Mother have a heart. Can't take it out. It's just for Christmas. And then on Christmas, she bring all that crap home, wrap it up, and tell me a white boy brought it to me. What kind of fool is you? Can you imagine white folks bringing gifts to their children and having somebody look like me saying, I brought them, not you? And you wonder what's wrong with the children? Huh? Somewhere. Well, it's all of us. I had a Muslim friend of mine. I said, America, I don't celebrate no whitey Christmas holiday. I said, if you got money in the bank and Christmas fall on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, your bank closed, you celebrating. You try to go to the post office on Christmas, you celebrate. Somewhere. And so you young folks got a big job to do. In the South, they never cared how close black folk got. Huh? I can't be your slave, and I'm living with you. You know damn right I'm close. Huh? I'm there on the slave tent. I'm the house boy for Captain Catchapee. Huh? My wife's the house girl. We work in the house. You think they had separate toilets in the house for me and them? You think it was a separate water fountain in the house? Not at all. In the South, they never cared how close you got. As long as you don't get too big. Up north, they don't care how big you get as long as you don't get too close. And we leave in that mess for you all to change. When you think about white women couldn't go to college for years, how many brain surgeons, how many scientists, how many chemists, the whole world would have been different. But we cut you out. Black folks. You know how many inventions we could have? I couldn't read. They wouldn't teach. If a white person was caught teaching a black person how to read, they'd kill you. And yet I have 10 children. There ain't a book nowhere in the world they can't read from front to back. Your shit didn't work. We couldn't get married. We jumped over the broom. I've been married 55 years, and that's a short marriage compared to how long some black folk been married. It didn't work. There is a universal God inside of all of us. Huh? You know what I'm talking about. stay up all night studying and go to bed and have a guy woke up and you remember all that. Where do you think that come from? Hmm? That's how I got through school, believing in the real God. I go out and play cards all night, walk into test and say, hey, God, I know you got it, handle it. And y'all dumb enough to pray for God for a job. Y'all stupid you got to be to pray for God? Put the whole universe together and you asking for a job? I just, hey, handle it, baby. You know my rent due. I don't have to tell you. Just fix it. If you talking about the real God. People say, you've been married 50 years. How did that? Well, I told my wife, you want this to last? It ain't about love. You ever heard somebody say, I love you, baby. If I can't have you, nobody gonna have you. That sounds strange, don't it? It's about, can you be lovable? Then I'm safe with you. Hmm? And you safe with me. Hmm? Hmm? I got 10 bright children. Bright. Huh? I didn't mess with them. Leave them alone. They'll be all right. I live in a country where, you have any children, miss? You know there's a truancy law. If them children not in school by the time different stage, either 5 or 6, they can put you in jail. And your husband in jail. But if you had 3 of them children died from starvation, they don't put you in jail. They just put the rest of them in a foster home. Are they trying to tell me something there's a bigger penalty from not putting them in school than if they die? Yeah, because you're not in school, I can't program you. Hmm? If I put you in school, I can't program you. Huh? Somewhere. Valentine. What the hell is Valentine's Day? You get cards from people you forgot about. Hmm? You know what I mean? We just finished, what? Groundhog Day. You hip to Groundhog Day, right? If the groundhogs don't see a shadow, 6 more weeks of what? Winter. Well, I want you to do me a favor. When you get home, take your time, get you a calendar, and look at February the 2nd. Spring is March 21st. From February the 2nd to March 21st, that is 6 weeks. So when you stop and think about it, huh? I got on the plane, coming here last night. That's a strange little plane, too. And then they had nerve enough to say, oh, first before the plane took off, they made some of us change seats. You ever had that happen? Because the load, they got to balance out the load. Huh? So they asked 4 people to get up and move back. And you know it's for white folks. Because the brother or sister going to ask some questions or give me some of my money back. And I'm telling you white folks one thing. Anything happen at the airport is your fault. Because 99.9% of everybody in the airport is white folks. Now, if you want to know some questions about Greyhound, bring them to me, baby. I heard them on the news today. Airlines say, we're going to start canceling flights because there's going to be a big storm coming. Greyhound said, come on, baby, we run through it. Don't worry about it. And I don't know how you white folks let them do you like they do you at the airport. I mean, they make you white folks walk a half mile to get to your damn plane. Huh? Heart attacks, you be falling out, get to the plane, you're so tired you can't get on it. It's because you white folk tolerate it. Go to Greyhound, look how they treat it, they bring that bus up to your toe. They lose your damn bag and act like you didn't have one. So I'm going to put some black folks together next 6 months. We're going to have a black airline. We got to get a couple of white folks so we can get them minority loans, you know. Gonna be a black airline, and we ain't gonna hire. A lot of black folks have been trying to change the name. White folks, no. We're gonna call it Tamika Air. And our motto is we leave late, but we get you there on time. And we can promise white folk we ain't gonna lose none of your back, or we not gonna let you bring none on. You've been to Greyhound, you see lost and found, they just say lost. They don't even pretend they're gonna find them. And you don't have to wait no 4 hours in a line. Greyhound tell you 2 blocks before the bus gets to the terminal, there'll be no bags. All the bags got ripped off in Memphis. So a white guy said, excuse me, sir, I have a business meeting to go to. First time I've been on Greyhound. When you lose your bag, what do you do? I said, what do you mean you do? In the airline report, say lost and found. Greyhound just say lost. Just go in there and get you a damn bag and get the hell out of there. Damn plane crash. Do you know if your husband was on a plane that crashed, you ain't getting no settlement for about 12 years? Huh? Yeah. Not Greyhound. Greyhound don't play that. Let's look at that big bus crash Greyhound 2 years ago in Arizona. Went off that embankment, went 7 miles down that slope. And the Greyhound people got there and called everybody. They call you and say, look, don't just take your time. We don't think nobody saved on this one. All of them dead. That's Greyhound telling you that. Just take your time. We'll send you a ticket. You come on out here. But we're not going down there and get nobody because we know they dead. Well, what do you think called it? Oh, the driver was probably on crack. They ain't gonna lie to you. So now follow this now. Follow me. You there. And what's your name then? Tamika. My business partner, Tamika. And Greyhound cool. They'll walk up and say, Tamika, I'm very sorry what happened, but we knew that nigga was an alcoholic when we hired him. So. On the airline, he dead. You had to get a lawyer, go through court, 12 years, and the lawyer get 40%. Greyhound, they pull that checkbook out right there on the highway. Said, did you love him? Was he a nice man? Give you a $12 million check on the spot. Now the hardest problem you're going to have is going to the funeral next week and try to look sad. So just be happy. Huh? And stop being surprised. See, when I was a little boy, you can see the progress. We used to have Negro History Week. Any of y'all remember that? Week. Now we gone to a week to a whole month. You would know when they give us a month. You had the month of February and all them days missing, wouldn't you? So we left y'all a mess to clean up. Somewhere. Drugs is illegal. But I could come to this town an hour ago and brought a little 8-year-old child with me. In an hour they could find the heroin man, but your cops here can't find him. And y'all tolerate it, huh? Y'all tolerate it. And you white folk, you got to listen to black folk because they be saying stuff. If you listen, it don't sound good. You ever hear black folks talking about black on black crime, black on black crime? What's black on black crime? They say, we tired of black folk killing black folks. They didn't say they're tired of black folk killing. They say they're tired of them killing black folk. Then who be left? And you black folk can be so stupid. We go to China tonight. Who you think killing Chinese in China? We go to Italy tomorrow. Who you think killing Italians in Italy? And if 98% of all white folks that was murdered in America last year was murdered by white folks, if they ain't talking about white on white crime, how you stupid enough to talk about black on black crime? You kill where you live. That's simple. And if you don't want black folk killing black folk, then join the Urban League, the NAACP, get out here with us and integrate this country so we can live anywhere we want. And I guarantee you, if I'm living in that white suburban neighborhood and my old lady make me mad enough to want to shoot somebody, I'm not going to get in my car and drive back to the ghetto. And one big mistake you black folks make, you think you live in a community. That's a damn lie. In a community, you control your cops, you control your education, you control your banking and finance, you control everything. You live in a damn hood, and a hood is something you put over your head when you're trying to hide something. Huh? And you black folk better find out, anytime I accept injustice, I become unjust. And anytime I live in filth, I become filthy. Huh? Always want to be embarrassed about conditions that you have no control over. I looked at, see, a lot of black folks were saying, Obama, Obama, Obama. Only problem I see is about he ain't black enough for me. That's the only thing I got. He's brilliant. And you white folks, oh God, if I could be born over again, let me be born white. Yo, white folks are the luckiest people on the planet. You finally get a Negro president. And you get a nice behaved Negro. Don't talk loud. Always dressed certain attire. Always. Obama went to y'all's best schools. That's why you could call him everything. Call him nigga, all that. You can't say he dumb. Oh, y'all should have got a nigga like me. First thing I would have done after they swore me in, I'd go dig up that rose garden and plant me a watermelon patch. And I wish that white governor out there in Arizona, when he went and she shook her finger in his face, oh, he was just not, I'd have ate her hand. Give me some mumbo sauce and barbecue sauce and get your other hand ready, because I still got an appetite. Huh? Somewhere, you youngsters are going to have to change this whole thing. We need to talk about fear, poverty. Fear of poverty. What's that about? Fear of death. Well, come on, that's the price you pay for living. Huh? The price you pay for putting money in the bank, you can write checks. I'm 80 years old, my wife's 75. We ain't got a prescription between the two of us. We say to the Grim Reaper, damn you, you better stay away from my house, or I'll go by your house and kill your mama. You're always scared of something. Fear getting sick. Fear getting old. And now you messed up your body so long, old folk call themselves all kind of different. Elderly, senior citizen, you old. You old. Your damn car, you had it for 25 years. It ain't no elderly car. It ain't no senior. It's an old car. Take care of your body. They won't teach you that at school. Take care of your body. Because when you get sick, you hear them commercials on TV. If you have arthritis, rheumatism, arthritis, and then 20 minutes, they still reading off the side effects. It might make you suicidal. It might make you hate yourself. It might make you kill your mama. Somewhere. Stop all your fears. Fear of getting old. Fear of being criticized. Fear of losing your loved one. That's the weird one. Like it's yours. Fear this, fear that. Please. Somewhere you can make a difference. You got to change the whole thing. All the lies they tell you. All the lies. NBC, CBS, the Washington Post, the New York Times. How many of you all know you follow that General Petraeus mess about the woman? Don't nobody give a damn about a heathen general having sex. Them thugs would shoot at God if they got the assignment. Huh? You know what the New York Times didn't tell you? Washington Post? NBC? They caught General Petraeus tied up in an overthrow. They're fixing to overthrow the government. How many of y'all know that? None of y'all. Wow. Whew, it's scary. The only information that came out about it was GQ magazine. So all you have to do is go punch up. You can't find it. It was a November issue. They just disappeared. Punch it up! GQ magazine. And they told Obama about it the night of the first debate. That's why he was looking so crazy. That nigga was scared. They had to give him a shot to send him out. Now, listen to this. They couldn't tell nobody about it. Because if you over here a trillionaires and you got trillions of dollars invested in America, once you found out, you pull your money. The first time it happened was with Roosevelt. With Roosevelt. It was the business community that was going to take him out. Because they thought he was bad. But you know, he lived right down the street. He was a stone thug, a stone dog. How many of y'all knew he was a cocaine addict? Anybody? Yeah, live? Yeah, okay. Matter of fact, he was so coked out, it was his wife had to read the proclamation about World War II started. And y'all right here in America think you so free, think you got such a free press, It's a game. Matter of fact, I'm surprised you knew it. I bet some find anybody. Oh, Hitler. Oh, yeah, Hitler was. Hitler was a vegetarian. I know, but he's a vegetarian. He didn't eat no meat. He didn't drink. He didn't cuss. He went to bed every night, 90 minutes after the sun goes down. And look what happened to that boy. You know what I mean? So, no, they into all. You ever had any coke? I just asked how you know about Hitler. I said, my oldest son, 2 PhDs, right? Called me. Dad, you got to come to Dallas and help me. I'm hooked to crack. I said, I can't help you. I ain't never smoked a reefer. And don't call your mama. She never drank the beer. You know, my son told me, Dad, you go all over the world helping people. I said, son, the one thing I tried to teach y'all is black folks' biggest mistake. You're too damn emotional. If a doctor would have told you this morning you had a brain tumor, you would not tell me to come to Dallas and cut your head open. It's a game. And then I tried to explain to him about addictions. Addictions is pleasure. Something in here where the real, universal God spirit hangs out have gotten corrupt. I don't know if some man ripped you off when you was a little boy and you can't throw it out, or you ripped some little boy out. I don't know if you killed somebody driving drunk and kept going. There's something in there that have to be corrected. And you just keep and drinking and stuff, that don't correct it. That just gives you a happy feeling for a few minutes. And then I went down and showed him what the addictions are. Since you don't learn it. The number one addiction is gambling addiction. And if any of y'all ever had it or know someone, you know what I'm talking about. I had a friend of mine said a Catholic priest told him 80 years ago, that's the time he told me that 20 years ago, that if anybody killed your whole family, don't get a gun and go back and wipe their family out. Just pray to God they can become addicted to gambling. Okay? Number 2 addiction, sex. Y'all ready to get that addiction up? Number 2 addiction is sex. Number 3, caffeine. There's more people die in America every year from stomach cancer from caffeine than lung cancer from smoking cigarettes. And y'all here learning how to make a living, but ain't learning how to live. The next addiction after that is caffeine. Caffeine. After that comes your alcohol and whiskey and stuff. But they got some lied to you, so you say, my husband and my wife, they're not addicted to drink alcohol, smoke cigarettes, because they convince you that's the lesson. Let me tell you something. This weekend, no, not come this weekend because it's snowing. 4th of July weekend, when the roads ain't bad, more Americans will die from drunken driving than will OD on hard drugs in 5 years. But they don't tell you that. Huh? And yet they got you thinking, I'm so glad I'm born in America. Something's wrong that you all have to correct. Huh? Something's wrong. Somewhere. And so drop your fear. And those of you that haven't got no children that will have some children, remember one thing. Children don't hear what you mean, they hear what you say. Huh? I called home one day, my daughter came to the phone. I said, tell your mother to run to the phone real quick. I want to yell at her. And she said, Mommy, why Daddy want to yell at you? They hear what you say, not what you mean. Huh? And just leave them alone. Somewhere. And somewhere we got to work to change this country. Especially you black folks, always hiding. Listen to this. Let me show you this here. Do you really have any coke? Oh. Come on back here. Can you see the date on that paper there?
March 9th, 1991.
Okay, can you see the headline?
In daily life, blacks found to be more religious than whites.
Did you hear that? In daily life, black folks found to be more religious than white folks. Huh? If I said that up here now, it'd be all over the world. Even black folks be complaining. This is a white newspaper that said that. Huh? Here, come here. See the name of it, the Philadelphia?
Philadelphia and Philquire.
Okay. Now, what does the headline say again?
In daily life, blacks found to be more religious than white.
I'm sorry.
In daily life, blacks are found to be more religious than white.
So you want to bow down and pray to me? Now wait. Now read the sub-headline.
Peace.
Right here.
Wait.
Talk about the research on it. Who said it?
Peaceful. Behind me, peaceful. Under me, peaceful.
You do have a little crack, huh? Here, right here. I'm sorry. Right there, where my thumb is. Listen to this.
Yeah. Sorry. Study called the most exhaustive ever of race and religion shows the church's importance among blacks, a sociologist said.
This ain't just some punk on the street. This ain't some Negro standing on the corner selling wolf tickets. Huh? They can say it and there's no reaction. All that got to be changed. Somewhere. Okay, thank you, Dr. King. And if you think you don't have something you can make a difference, Dr. King's a good example. Dr. King was a Republican. How many of you don't know that? Dr. King's mother and father was right-wing Republicans. His grandmother and grandfather was right-wing conservative Republicans. Now, why am I telling you that? Everything King have done to change the world, he didn't learn it at home. Huh? Them Negroes in the black colleges and everywhere, they wasn't talking about liberation. They was talking about education to prove something to white folks. God ain't put you here to prove nothing to no damn body. Huh? So where did King get that? Outside the house. Huh? And they picked him to run the Montgomery movement. In 1956, he was assassinated. 1968. 12 years. I was close to him. It's hard for me to believe he was just here. 12 years. 12 years. And made all them changes, and he didn't get that influence in his house. Huh? So don't sit here and think you some insignificant nothing. That you can't do nothing. Huh? And you black folk don't think because you got some money. It ain't no rich black folks in America. That's a game they play. And you play it too. I'm going to give you 5 PhDs working. Here. $12 million in the bank. Got that? You driving down the street in a brand new Rolls Royce. And you hear a cop car. You look through the mirror and you see the cop car behind, and you squeeze the steering wheel. Your PhDs and your money don't mean a damn thing. It's down in you. Huh? And then when that cop car passed you, you say, thank God. God didn't know part of that. Wasn't after you in the first place. What is it inside of you that make you think that? Huh? Oh, they talk about the word nigger. Don't say nigger. Don't say what. How come you black for always accepting something you never was? Thank you. I call you a nigger, you be mad. You know you ain't no nigger. If I say all you hoes in here stand up, don't get mad at me. I didn't call your name. Huh? So we all upset over the word nigger, but what we ain't upset over is that yellow thing that still goes on. Huh? White folks don't know nothing about it. Huh? There's some people in this room, I'm going to be nice now, that know some black folks, that if their son or daughter, grandson, came home with a nigga as dark as me, they would have some problems. Huh? But don't nobody want to deal with this. Y'all turn on the radio and hear all this crap about this and about that. Tonight, there'll be parties going on in New Orleans. Black folks party. It's called brown bag parties. Y'all know what I mean? Brown bag. There's a brown bag at the door, and if you darker than that bag, you can't come in. Huh? That's the filth we picked up from a filthy system. Huh? But don't want to deal with it. Don't want to deal with it at all. Nigger bothers you. If a white boy walk up you walk out here, a girl, and call you a nigger and hit you, no, that's a hell of a case. That go in the federal court. Huh? You hear what I'm saying? If a white boy or a white girl walk up to you and call you N-word and hit you, that ain't federal. Ain't no law against that. So when you stop and think about the mess we've left you, the body, huh? You are so special. And when all y'all know y'all are so special, why? It ain't out of the billions of people that's been on this planet, and the billions here now, there'll never be another you. You are the only one. There'll never be another you. You know how special that is? There's never a same snowflake or a same leaf on the tree. That's who you are. And yet they got you believing you ain't special. Huh? They got you believing that certain things a man can do that a woman can't do. You can have a baby, we can't even deal with a hemorrhoid. When I was a little boy, anytime I smelled something good in the house, my mother would be down in the kitchen cooking. You know who'd be helping her? My sisters. I come by your house, your sisters be helping. Huh? Then I make big money and go all over the world and go in the restaurant. All the cooks are men. When did they learn how to cook? Huh? That's what you all have to turn around. And this whole gay thing, I don't even understand what that's about. Gays in the military. What is it? Did you see the outfits George Washington used to wear? Tight satin pants, little high heel shoes, a goddamn wig on, huh? And y'all think gays just got in the military? Y'all crazy? Hmm? Oh, have we left you a mess? And you black folk got an extra big job because you held so much in and tried to make everybody think you was happy. Somewhere, black folks is 12% of America's population. Now you know that's a lie. Why? I'm 80 years old. When I was a little boy, white folks were scared to come in the black neighborhood. So how did the census checker count us? He way up on the mountain with some binoculars. How many of them you think's in that room? Put down 12, it was 40 niggas in the toilet. Huh? 12%. 12%. Right today. 87% of everybody in America that need to be on kidney dialysis machines is black folks. That don't bother you? Most of you don't even know it. You ever been to a dialysis clinic and look how many black folks is in there compared to white? And don't say it's a black thing because they don't have it in Africa. They don't need no dialysis over there. Huh? You know what it is? What knocks your kidneys out? You know mathematics, trigonometry, and geometry? You don't know about your kidney. What blows your kidneys away? Fear, paranoia, and anger. You walk around mad at a white racist system, ain't gonna do nothing to change it. You say one thing in white folk, they should follow your ass home. Yeah, the honky this, the honky that. Somewhere. Fear, paranoia, and anger. What cools your kidneys out? Awareness and gentleness. Not no damn machine. Awareness and gentleness. Huh? Liver. Black folk die from cirrhosis of the liver. They say, I didn't know she drank or he drank. He didn't. What causes cirrhosis of the liver? Anger, rage, depression. What clues it out? Kindness and balance. Huh? You can't go down to the drugstore and get a damn prescription. Lung. What blow your lungs out? Grief, sadness, shame. Huh? The old black folks used to say she just grieving herself to death. Grief is a violation of the universe. Huh? I knew Coretta Scott King well. The last 12 years of her life, she never ate cooked feed. What killed her? Grief. What's the little guy that played Superman that died? Christopher Reeve, yeah. And then 18 months later, his wife died from lung cancer. More people in America die from lung cancer from grief than smoking cigarettes. Huh? What knocks all that stuff out? Courage, righteousness, love, and being lovable. And so I leave you today, and then we'll get into some questions. For those of you that got a class to go to, taking the test, stay here, I'll fix that for you. Just tell me you're a football player. If y'all want to check out the overthrow, what's that headline? Say that.
Anti-Obama Cup. Romney assassination plot. CIA Director Petraeus.
Thank you. Hold it right there now. Not one newspaper in America ran this. Huh? What they was planning on doing, a week before the election, they was going to kill Romney. Huh? And they'd have to pick somebody, and it was going to be Petraeus. That's what almost happened. How did we know? Some people with the Russian KGB got in touch with her, and Putin killed them all. So evidently, it must have been a military thing fixing to happen. Now, just a couple of weeks ago, one of the fine papers, if there can be one, was the London Guardian. Huh? The London Guardian. The headlines there. Listen to this now. 2-page story.
Why U.S. media ignored Murad Brazen bid to hijack the presidency.
Okay? The London paper. Y'all sit here and think you so damn smart and some God protecting you. It's a handful of people out here that work 24 hours a day to make this country work right. Okay? But you believe in